Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're the place that takes those big stacks of information and, well, pulls out the really important stuff for you.
Glad to be here.
Today, we are jumping headfirst into something that honestly affects pretty much everyone now. Financial fraud. It keeps changing.
Really does.
And we're looking at how artificial intelligence fits in. Because it's playing both sides. It's maybe our best defense, but, and this is the twist, it's also the fraudster's newest weapon.
Yeah, it's fascinating and a bit scary. We've pulled together some key sources for this. There's a systematic review on AI in fraud detection from the International Journal of Science and Research Archive.
Okay.
Plus, reports from the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center, that's IC3, the FTC, ScamWatch over in Australia, and some really deep insights into the psychology behind why these scams actually work.
Right.
So our mission today really is to get a handle on the latest threats, what's out there now, and also the tools, the tech being used to fight back. It's a constant battle.
Okay, let's set the scene then. The scale. We hear these huge numbers thrown around about cybercrime losses. How bad is it, really?
Well, the numbers are kind of mind-boggling. The FBI's IC3, they reported over $50 billion lost just between 2020 and 2024.
50 billion, wow.
Yeah, 50 billion. Just think about that. And these aren't simple scams anymore. We're talking identity theft, really sophisticated credit card fraud. Things that are just way beyond what traditional defenses were ever designed to catch. It's moving so fast.
Okay, $50 billion. That's staggering. So if the threats are that advanced, what's AI actually doing? How is it helping in this fight? What's the upgrade?
Right. So AI systems, they're really changing the game. They give us solutions that are, well, more accurate for one. They can scale up massively, which you need with today's data volumes. And crucially, they adapt.
Adapt how? They learn.
Exactly. They learn. They can process these enormous data sets way faster and more efficiently than the old rule-based systems.
Yeah.
So detection gets quicker and more spot on. Like, take credit card fraud. There's this algorithm, an autoencoder. It's made a huge difference because it learns what normal spending looks like, really precisely.
Okay.
So anything that suddenly looks weird, even a tiny deviation, it flags it, even if it's a totally new fraud technique nobody's seen before.
So it's not just about speed then, it's genuinely smarter detection. It can kind of anticipate new fraud types?
That's a good way to put it, yeah.
Yeah.
It learns from all the past fraud, sure. But the real power is that it keeps learning. It adapts as the criminals adapt.
Right, because the fraudsters don't stand still.
Never. And AI can pick up on these super subtle patterns, things a human auditor or even older software would just miss. We see it in banking, insurance, healthcare, pretty much everywhere.
You mentioned specific techniques.
Yeah, things like deep learning models, anomaly detection, even looking at how you type or move your mouse, that's behavioral biometrics, and graph analytics, mapping connections. They're all being used right now to spot the dodgy stuff in real time. It's less about reacting, more about predicting.
Okay, that's the defensive side. But here's the part that always gets me. It's not just the good guys using this tech, right? What happens when AI gets into the wrong hands?
And that's the critical issue, isn't it? Cyber criminals are absolutely adopting AI. And they're quick learners.
How quickly?
Get this, AI-driven cyber attacks. They apparently jumped by over 4,000% since 2022.
4,000%?
Yeah, it's an explosion. Think about generative AI, like ChatGPT and others. They can now write incredibly convincing personalized phishing emails in minutes.
Something that used to take ages, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hours of careful crafting, now done almost instantly. And the prediction. By 2027, AI could be involved in something like 17% of all cyber attacks.
That's quite a prediction. So what does that actually look like for, you listening at home? How are they using AI against us right now? Is it like an AI arms race?
It really feels like one sometime. AI is basically putting social engineering on steroids.
How?
We're seeing deepfake videos, AI voice cloning. Imagine getting a call that sounds exactly like your boss asking for an urgent wire transfer.
Or a family member in trouble. Chilling.
Precisely. And they can scale these attacks like never before, sending out thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of personalized phishing emails in seconds.
Personalized is the key there, isn't it? It makes it harder to spot.
Much harder. And they're doing multi-channel attacks too. So maybe an email, then a follow-up text, maybe even a synthesized voice call or a deep-faked video message. They're also scraping data, open source intelligence to tailor the messages just for you. Makes them incredibly believable.
Even taking AI out of it for a second, scammers have always been good manipulators. We know about things like phishing. But maybe we should quickly define these common tactics, especially as AI makes them more potent.
Good idea. because the basics still apply. They're just enhanced now.
Yeah.
So, right, for phishing is usually email. Scam emails trying to trick you into clicking a bad link, takes you to a fake website, looks like your bank, maybe to steal your login details, passwords, that sort of thing.
And smishing?
That's the same idea, but via SMS text messages. Often uses shortened web links, hides where it's really going, and frequently creates urgency. You know, your package delivery failed or urgent tax refund notice.
Those seem really common.
They are. Smishing reports in the UK, for instance, just soared. Went up nearly 700% in the first half of 2021 compared to late 2020.
Wow. Okay, and phishing.
That's the V for voice. So, voice phishing, phone calls, sometimes voice messages over apps, fraudsters pretending to be from legitimate places, your bank again, maybe the tax office, tech support.
And they can fake the caller ID too, right?
Oh, yeah. And sometimes use synthesized voices now, thanks to AI, try to get your credit card number, login info. Phishing really took off during the pandemic.
So all types of social engineering, basically, playing on trust.
Exactly. Preying on trust, urgency, sometimes fear. And like we said, they're mixing them up. Nearly half, 41% of phishing attacks now involve multiple channels. SMS, maybe a QR code scam that's quishing, and voice calls combined.
And then there are these newer types, the ones that feel more like long cons. Task scams, romance scams. Tell us about those. They seem particularly nasty.
They really are, and they exploit trust in a different way.
Let's start with task scams. Hearing a lot about those.
Yeah, task scams are exploding. The FTC data is stark. Basically 0 reports in 2020, jumps to 5,000 in 2023, and then, get this, quadruples to around 20,000 in just the first half of 2024.
That's incredible growth. How do they work?
It usually starts with an unexpected text, want to earn money online easily, something like that. They offer you small tasks, maybe reviewing products or optimizing data, and crucially, they pay you small amounts initially.
Builds confidence.
Exactly. Builds trust, makes it seem legit. Then comes the switch. They tell you to get bigger payouts, you need to put in your own money first to unlock higher tasks or cover some fee.
And that money just disappears.
Vanishes. You never see it again. And crypto is huge here. $41 million lost just in the first half of 2024 to job scams demanding crypto payments.
Okay, so that's task scams. What about romance scams? These feel even more personal.
They are deeply personal. Romance scams are pure confidence tricks. Scammers pretend to have romantic feelings, build a relationship, gain your affection and trust.
And then
they use that goodwill. Ask for money, or worse, manipulate you into doing something illegal for them, like money muling. Often run by organized crime gangs, actually.
How do they seem so convincing?
They use stolen photos, often of attractive people. Sometimes they even pretend to be, say, U.S. military deployed overseas. That gives them a ready-made excuse for why they can't meet in person.
Clever in a horrible way.
It is. They spend months building this loving relationship online. Then the requests start. Money for gas, a plane ticket to visit you, sudden medical bills, school fees, you name it.
And the losses are huge here, too.
Astronomical. Over $650 million lost just in the U.S. in 2023 to relationship scams. And there are variations, like the pig butchering scam.
Pig butchering.
Yeah, horrible name. It combines the romance angle with a fake high-yield crypto investment, fattening the pig before the slaughter, essentially. Or blackmail, using webcam footage, or even pro-daters who operate face-to-face in the victim's own country.
This really goes beyond just tech, doesn't it? It dives deep into human psychology. Why do people fall for these things, even smart, careful people?
That's a really important question. And connecting this back, recent research suggests scams often work best when the victim is already vulnerable, stressed, tired, distracted.
Life stuff getting in the way.
Exactly. It's like being outside your emotional window of tolerance. Your decision-making is just impaired. There's this one case, Susan, caring for her sick dad, huge family stress, gets text supposedly from her daughter needing cash urgently. Her mind was elsewhere. She was susceptible.
And big events probably make this worse.
Absolutely. The pandemic was a huge trigger. Now, the cost of living crisis. These things put immense pressure on people, making them more vulnerable.
So they catch us when our guard is down. But how do they build that initial bridge of trust? How do they get their foot in the door?
They use some powerful psychological levers. Imitation is huge. Spoofing a phone number so it looks like your bank calling, or even a family member.
Like that student you mentioned, Aaliyah.
Right, Aaliyah. 19 years old. Gets a call. Checks the number online. Yep. Looks exactly like her local bank branch. That plays straight into authority bias. We tend to trust figures who seem official or knowledgeable.
Makes sense.
They also mimic real procedures, asking security questions, giving you a fake crime reference number. Online, they build these incredibly detailed fake profiles, fake reviews. Mark lost 550 pounds on an iPad from a seller he'd checked out really carefully. Looked totally legit.
And the relationship building.
Crucial. Whether it's romance or just pretending to be a friend. They find common ground, establish similarities. That taps into liking bias, we trust people we like, and similarity bias, we trust people like us.
Like Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin.
Yeah.
Recently divorced, feeling a bit lonely maybe, connects with someone online who shares all his niche hobbies, seems perfect, ends up losing 550 pounds for a flight ticket that never existed.
Yeah.
And they always try to isolate you. Keep the interaction secret. Don't tell anyone at the bank, or this is just between us. It makes you feel special maybe, or plays on fear of embarrassment. Stops you getting a second opinion.
Okay, so trust is built, you're isolated. How do they push you over the edge to actually send the money? That's the critical moment.
Urgency. They create this overwhelming sense that you have to act now,
Yeah.
often by manufacturing scarcity.
Like limited stock.
Exactly. Remember Nadine buying those rare trainers for 600 pounds?
Oh.
Or Sarah grabbing a PS5 for 650 pounds when they were impossible to find because the seller said, I've got 10 other buyers waiting.
Fear of missing out.
Precisely. That's the scarcity heuristic. Rare things seem more valuable. And loss aversion bias, we hate losing out more than we like gaining. Ruth lost 9,000 pounds because a scammer convinced her her existing money was under threat and had to be moved immediately to a safe account.
And they guide you through it.
Oh, absolutely. They coach you. They know exactly what your bank's app looks like, what warnings will pop up. They tell you what to say if the bank calls, how to bypass limits. Aaliyah's scammer told her to send money in smaller chunks, framing it as protecting her money.
Wow.
Ruth's scammer literally talked her through every single screen on her banking app. Press this button now. Okay, now enter this reference. Total manipulation.
But banks do put warnings up, don't they? Big flashing messages saying this could be a scam. Why don't people heed them? It seems baffling from the outside.
It does seem baffling, but what's really fascinating and quite concerning is that when someone truly believes the scammer's story, those warnings often just don't register. It's down to cognitive dissonance. That mental discomfort you feel holding two contradictory beliefs. You've bought into the scammer's reality, my money is unsafe, or this person loves me, or this is a real job. The bank warning flatly contradicts that reality.
So it's easier to ignore the warning than question the story.
Psychologically, yes. Processing that conflicting information is uncomfortable, stressful even. So your brain kind of pushes it aside, rationalizes it away. Oh, the bank is just being overly cautious, or the scammer already warned me they'd say this. The emotional investment in the scam story overrides the logical warning.
That is genuinely chilling. Okay, so given all this, the advanced tech, the deep psychological manipulation, what can you, our listener, actually do? How do you protect yourself?
Right, let's focus on practical steps. First, some key things for you personally.
Okay.
Number 1, be instantly suspicious of unexpected contact. That random WhatsApp about a job. Ignore it. Delete it.
Simple enough.
Number 2, never, ever pay money to get paid. If a job asks you to send cash or crypto to receive your earnings, it's a scam, full stop. Legitimate businesses don't work that way.
Critical point.
3, verify independently. If you get an email, text, call, whatever, supposedly from your bank, HMRC, Amazon, anyone,
Yeah.
do not click links, do not call numbers they provide, do not give info.
So what do you do?
You go find the official contact info yourself. Open a new browser window, type in the official website address directly, or find the official phone number from their site or your documents and call that. Take control of the contact.
Makes sense. What else?
Don't engage with unknown callers or texters.
Yeah.
Don't even reply SDOP. Sometimes just replying confirms your number is active, painting a target on your back for future scams. Block and delete.
Good tip.
And finally, if the worst happens, if you think your details have been stolen or you've been scammed, act fast. Contact your bank's fraud department immediately. Report it to the authorities, IC3 in the U.S., Action Fraud in the U.K., Scam Watch in Australia, wherever you are.
Okay, that's individual action. But this feels bigger than just individual vigilance. What needs to change at a higher level, systemically?
That's a huge question and really important. How do we make the whole system safer? Several things come to mind.
Like what?
First, data quality and explainable AI. AI fraud detection is only as good as the data it learns from. We need high-quality, unbiased data. And we need AI models we can actually understand. explainable AI or XAI, so we know why it flags something, build trust, catch errors.
Better tech, basically.
Better, more transparent tech, yes. Second, enhanced cybersecurity across the board. Businesses need to constantly upgrade defenses to handle these AI-powered attacks, integrate their own AI defenses with strong security protocols.
What about rules and regulations?
Big one. Updated regulatory frameworks. We need policymakers in industry working together, globally ideally, to create rules for using AI ethically and responsibly in finance without stifling the innovation we need for defense.
And getting money back. That seems crucial.
Absolutely. Fairer reimbursement schemes, particularly for authorized push payment scams, where you're tricked into sending money yourself. There's a big push for mandatory reimbursement in many places. If banks and payment firms know they'll have to pay out, they have a much stronger incentive to prevent the fraud in the first place.
Makes everyone responsible.
Exactly. And finally, industry collaboration and awareness. Banks, phone companies, social media platforms, they need to share data much more effectively to stop scammers getting through. And alongside that, ongoing education, teaching people how to spot scams, security training. It really works. Good training can cut phishing success rates dramatically, like by up to 86%, especially mobile-focused training, because we're often more vulnerable on our phones.
So we've covered a lot of ground here, a really deep dive into this, well, frankly, scary world of modern financial fraud and AI's role in it.
Yeah, from the sheer scale, those billions of dollars, to the incredibly clever and disturbing psychological tricks scammers use, it's clear this isn't a static problem, it's evolving constantly.
Right, and AI is accelerating that change for both the defenders and the attackers. It's making the digital world we live in vastly more complex.
No, it really is. And while the technology is critical, maybe the strongest defense, ultimately, still comes down to understanding ourselves, our own psychology, our vulnerabilities, and building resilience both individually and together.
So as you're listening, what's the one thing that really stands out to you? Is it how easily our own minds, our own human nature can be turned against us? Or just the incredible scale of this digital battlefield?
Food for thought, definitely.
As technology keeps accelerating, maybe the real frontier isn't just code, but consciousness. How we think, how we react under pressure. Until our next deep dive, stay safe out there, stay informed, and keep asking the big questions.